Hi, I'm Stacy. Welcome to the kitchen of my old Kentucky home. Today on Bourbon and Biscuits, we're going to be making a couple of recipes that were inspired by some famous Kentucky monks. I'm going to be making a bourbon caramel fudge, and Jessica will pair it with a bourbon cocktail from some bourbon on Monk's Road. For our Kentucky bourbon caramel fudge, we'll need 1 pound of powdered sugar, 1 cup of brown sugar, half a cup of butter, 1/4 cup of cream, and 1 tablespoon of Kentucky bourbon. For our bourbon caramel fudge, I'm using a recipe not exactly like my grandmother would have done because she would have taken hers to the stove. We're going to cheat a little at these modern times and completely use an easy microwave recipe. Like I said, it was inspired by the monks at Gethsemane as well. This is not their recipe, but we are going to add bourbon like they do to some of theirs. So the first thing you want to have is a prepared pan, greased down. We've got an 8-inch square glass pan, and your butter melted. And the first thing we're going to do after that is add a cup of brown sugar and take this back to the microwave and bring it to a boiling point, right about 2 minutes. Okay, we have this out of the microwave for the second time. It came to a boil, and we're just going to slowly add our cream and our Kentucky bourbon, mixing that in. And then we're going to add the powdered sugar and pour it into our prepared dish, top it with wax paper, and put it in the refrigerator for 1 hour to cool. We'll go to Jessica now to see what kind of cocktail she's going to make using the new Monk's Road bourbon.
All right, so today to go with Stacy's fudge that she's making, I am going to be making a bourbon cocktail with a new Kentucky bourbon called Monk's Road, which is made at Log Still Distillery at Dan Crossing. And it's called Monk's Road because they are located actually on the same road as the Kentucky monastery that's very famous. So that's the name, Monk's Road. All right, to do this, we are just going to use bourbon. We got Di Serono, which is an almond flavored liqueur, or an amaretto, and you can use any kind of that. And then we've also got some Aztec chocolate bitters, as well as cherry bitters, and orange and cherries to garnish. So we're going to make this in our mixing glass here. I'm going to do 2 ounces of this bourbon. I'm going to do 1 ounce of the Di Serono, or almond liqueur. And then I'm going to do just kind of several dashes of each of these different flavored bitters, about 5. Chocolate and cherry. And then I'm going to give all this a nice stir to get it chilled. All right, I'm gonna strain this into our glass here. And we're gonna garnish it with orange peel, give a little squeeze, just a swipe around the rim, and cherry. 2 cherries. All right, there we have it. We're calling this one the Holy Grail.
So I have really been enjoying this Monk's Road since we did the recent tour at Log Still Distillery. And your cocktail's delicious, but I want to just pair it neat with this.
Especially with the sweet treat. You know, and I had no idea anything about the monastery until we went out there.
Really?
Yeah.
Even being Catholic, huh? Yeah, so 1848, Abbey of Gethsemane, and this was just something, you know, I went as a field trip as a kid, and then, you know, my mother, grandmother, aunts, they love the fudge, they do jellies, they also do fruit cakes. I'm not a huge fruit cake person, but it's a great tour. Thomas Merton is buried there.
Yeah, I mean, and that then paired with the experience of the distillery where they have lodging and those great cabins and the amphitheater, the venue and everything, it really kind of is a holy grail to find that experience.
It is, and Gethsemane is only just an hour outside of Louisville.
Yeah, so that's awesome.
Well,
cheers to
Holy Grails. We'll see you next time.
On Bourbon
and Biscuits.
Cheers.
Cheers.